Good day, viewers. Welcome to today's tutorial. And today's tutorial, I have these three variable problems to solve together. Okay. The first one says the function y equals to e to the power of x sine x. While the second one says that y equals to cos of x multiplied by sine x. The third one now says the function y equals to 3x to the power of 3 multiplied by the exponent function over x. Okay. Now, I will solve the first one, making use of the product rule, and then after that, I will show you a variable concept in which you can quickly maneuver over this kind of problem. Okay? All right. Now let's move on together. So solution. All right. We're having y equals to e to the power of x sine x. Okay. Now I can make my u to be equals to e to the power of x and my v to be sine x. Okay. Now, u equals to e to the power of x, and then if we differentiate e to the power of x, I'm still going to have e to the power of x. I've done that in my previous videos, okay? If you are still, if you haven't watched the video, make sure you check my playlist on calculus. You will see this there, okay? I solved this already. The reason why we say that e to the power of x, if we differentiate e to the power of x, we are still going to have e to the power of x. You can see it clearly there. It's there. Go and watch it. Okay. Now let's continue. And my v equals to sine of x. Okay. Also, this derivative function of this sine of x is also equals to cos x. I've also done that in my playlist. Check everything. You are going to see there. Okay. So my dv dx equals to cos x. Okay, this is doable. Now I'll make use of what I call the product rule, which says the y dx, okay, product rule, okay, which says the y dx equals to the v du dx. Sorry for that. V du dx, okay, plus u dv dx. All right, this is what we call the product rule, okay? Now, instead of writing all this again, I'll just substitute the value of v du dx and then u dv dx. So this implies that I'm having the y dx to be equals to, what is v? V is sine of x, okay, sine x. And then what is the u dx? Our du dx is exponent function of x, okay? Plus, what is u now? What is u? Our u is exponent function of x again, so I'm having e to the power of x, and then the v dx is now cos x, okay, cos x. So this is going to give me the y dx will be equals to, sine x, so the exponent function of e of x is same thing as e to the power of x sine x, okay, plus e to the power of x cos x, okay. Now if you look at this, we are having something in common, which is e to the power of x. So I'm having e to the power of x into sine over x plus cos x. Okay, so this is the solution to that number one. Now, instead of making use of this, you can also do something like this. That is, you differentiate the first function, that is e to the power of x. That will give us e to the power of x, okay? And you leave the second function, which is sine x, okay? Now, you differentiate this second one, you leave the first one. So that will be plus. You add them together, e to the power of x, and then if you differentiate the second one, that's cos x. You can say it's same thing as what I have here. Okay? And then instead of that, now you factorize the common factor, which is e to the power of x into sine of x plus cos x. Okay, you can see this what I'm having now. So instead of doing that, in order not to waste much of your time in your examination, so I will show you how to do that, how to maneuver quickly over this problem, making use of this method and the second and the third problem now. Let's dive in together. Okay, I hope you are enjoying this tutorial. All right, now, number 2. We're having y equals to cos x, okay, sine x. All right, now, I will differentiate the first one, leave the second one, and then differentiate the second one, leave the first one, and then sum them together. So that's what I want to do now. If we differentiate cos x, I'm going to have a negative sine x, okay? Don't forget, we are still having this sine x. So I write sine x again, okay, plus. Now, I will not differentiate the first one. I will now differentiate the second one. I leave the first one, which is cos x, and then differentiate sine x. I'm going to have a cos x again. So this is cos x. I hope you get that now. So now this will be minus sine squared x, okay, plus cos squared x, okay. I can rearrange this to give me cos squared r because I just want the positive one to be in front. So I'm having cos squared x minus sine squared x. Okay, and this is the solution to that problem. So, all right, now let's move to that number 3 now. Number 3, we're having y equals to 3x to the power of 3 multiplied by e to the power of x. Okay. Now we'll apply the same thing now. We'll first differentiate this, okay, and leave this. So this is going to be, if you differentiate 3 to x to the power of 3, that's 9x to the power of 2, okay, e to the power of x plus, okay. You leave this now, you differentiate the second one. So this will be 3 to the power of 3x to the power of 3, okay, e to the power of x. Because if you differentiate e to the power of x, you are still going to have e to the power of x. So now this is, we can now factorize the common factor. If you look at this, the common factor here is 3x to the power of 2 e to the power of x. So that will be 3x to the power of 2 e to the power of x. And then this will be 3, okay? If you divide 9x to the power of 2 multiplied by e to the power of x by 3x to the power of 2 e to the power of x, we are going to have 3, okay? Plus. Now, if you divide 3x to the power of 3 multiplied by e to the power of x, we are going to have x now, okay? That's what is going to be left, okay? And this is the solution to the third one. You can see this is very fast and quick. So in case if you are writing your exam, you can make use of this in your objective. But if you are writing the exam and it's theory, you have to make use of this because your process is needed. They want to see how you get it. You get what I'm trying to say now. So don't forget this mathematics learning by Tutor Chris. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly do that. Let me quickly remind you again. Go and watch the playlist on calculus so that you can get why sine x equals to cos x, why cos x equals to negative sine x, and why e of x equals to e of x. I mean their derivative. Okay? Thank you. See you next time.